Hi, everyone. Welcome to Discord 101 at Boring Buffalo's Discord community server. My name is Andrew. I help out with some of the ins and outs of the Discord. And today we are going to learn a little bit about some of the settings and ways to make Discord better overall for you and everyone else. The first thing, it is available on both PC and on mobile, iOS, Android, Mac, Linux, Windows, anything that you need. You're going to see that some of the experience is going to be a little bit different whenever you use mobile versus the PC platform. And we're going to touch on a little bit of that later on. Once you get it downloaded and installed and you get into the Boring Buffalo server, as you see here, you're going to see that there are things called channels and there are categories. A category is going to have all capital letters. As you see, I'm going to highlight them with my mouse. So the first one that you see is called info and stuff. Categories hold channels. A channel will have a pound sign next to it, unless it's I'm going to scroll down, a voice channel, which will have a little microphone or voice icon to it. So the channels are going to be things that you type in, things that you, when I say talk, I literally mean type. The voice channels are going to be what you actually can talk in. Okay, so you got into Discord, and one of the first things you might notice is that you are getting some notifications, and you want to be able to work with those notifications. You want to customize those notifications. You can do this, and it's on the easier side. By default, the server is going to have all notifications off, with the exception of an @everyone or an @here or an @role, such as @events. To turn those notifications on yourself, if you would like, you can go into, and I'm going to start with the general chat right here. You can start by either long pressing on mobile, or you can right click, and you're going to see notification settings. By default, right here, is only mentions, which is a role or an @everyone or an @here. If you turn this on to all messages, every message that comes through, whether it's hi, happy Friday, everyone, or hey, is anyone interested in meeting up tonight? All those messages will send you a notification on your PC or on your phone, but only for this particular channel that you're setting up. And you can do this with every single channel. So let's say there's a channel that is just absolutely popping off, the Share Your Work channel. People are going crazy in there, and you want to mute this channel, or you want to turn all the notifications off. You can turn nothing, and you will never get a notification from there. Or you can mute the channel for a specified amount of time. It offers you a few defaults here: 15 minutes, 1 hour, 3 hours, 8, 24, or you can mute it and it'll dim out. You can see where Share Your Work is now dim. It will be muted completely. You can unmute by long press on mobile, or right click and go to unmute channel. And what you're going to see is when I click unmute channel, this channel is now not grayed out, and you will continue to receive messages and notifications in there. So just to go over that one more time, to not get any notifications for a channel, you long press or right click on the channel and go to notification settings and choose what it is that you want from here, whether it's nothing, only mentions, or all messages. After that, your notifications are set for the entire server, or for that particular channel. Now you can also override by, on mobile, you long press. On PC, you're going to right click the Boring Buffalo icon. This is the server icon, and you will right click, and now you have the options to, you see a few more options here than you do per channel, and you can have all messages turned on, which will override the default, which the servers right now The server right now is only set to only mentions, which once again is an at here, an at everyone, or at Sony, or at events, for example. If you put on all messages, every single message that comes through will send you a notification. You also have the ability to suppress role mentions. So, if it's at Nikon or at Sony or, at events, you can suppress those, but you can still get the everyone and here ping. So you have a couple of options on how you want your notification experience to be within the entire server. And as we had just went through, individual channels. So to take this a step further, if you don't want to go and click through each and every one, each and every channel, you can go to the category and right-click the category, and you have these same options as you do per channel, except now instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 text channels, I can right-click or on mobile press and hold the category where it says text channel, and you're going to see you can mute the category, or you can mute the entire category, or you can select the specific notifications you want for that particular set of channels or category. So from there, you can just go through each of the channels that you're able to see, and you can set these all up however it is that you like, fully customizable. So that pretty much covers all of notifications and how those work in the server and per category or per channel. The next thing I want to go over is more customizations. How can you customize the look and feel of Discord? So it's going to be very similar on mobile, but on PC, what you're going to do is go to your user settings. To get to your user settings on mobile, you're going to slide either from the left or right, depending on if you're on iOS or Android, and look at the very bottom of your screen. I think I can pull up, I hate to do it this way, but you are going to, you will pull from, this is going to be a little tough to see maybe, but you're going to pull from the side, and at the bottom you're going to see a list of little buttons down here. So you're going to look for the one that has your face on the corner, and now you're in your settings. On PC, you go at the very bottom of all the channels, you're going to see your name and your status down here as well. So let's get into settings. I have streamer mode on because I am recording, which is not going to matter. Customization. So you want to make your Discord look, your Discord experience look how you want it. You are somewhat limited here, but you can start off by going into the app settings under appearance. You're going to see a little thing at the top here, a little box, and it's going to show some text. This is basically what you're going to see. So my personal appearance here is the time, my name or whoever's name, and then the text that goes after it. You can change to light mode, dark mode, or you can sync it to your computer. I use dark mode for almost everything. If I was to sync it with my computer and I had a light theme, it would sync with that, and so on and so forth. Switching these is as simple as just clicking on whichever one you prefer. The next thing that you can change is how these messages are going to look. Now, on mobile, you don't have this option. It is always going to show people's profile pictures and icons, which will look kind of like this. Mine, to keep everything kind of neat and tidy, I go with the compact. It's totally up to you however you'd like to have this. You have a few more options as far as how big the text is going to be, if you're going to have message space between the message groups to make them bigger, and then you also have the zoom level of Discord itself. You can make things on the bigger side like this, or you can make them a little bit smaller, however you want to fit your screen. I'm gonna keep it at about 125 just so that we can see what all is going on here. Next, we're gonna go into customizing your username. So under my profile, I'm gonna have to turn off streamer mode. Sorry, one sec. Here we go. Under my profile and user account, you're going to see this is where the beginning of how to edit your profile is. So let's say that you don't want your name to be whatever it was by default. Let's say you have it as, AR32 B815, and you don't particularly want that to be your name. You want to change it to your name, or you want to change it to your business name, whatever it is that you want. This is where you're going to do that right under my account. So you click on edit, and now you can change your username. The number that is after it if you do not have Discord Nitro, and we'll talk about that later, you cannot customize the number. The number is just an identifier for Discord. So you would change your name here, you'd put your password in and click done, and now you change your name. My username is Flossie. It's a game name, but I changed in the server itself my name to show as Andrew, which we will get to in just a moment. You're going to have your email and then your phone number. Your phone number, I do recommend, and we're going to talk about this in the security section later, is about adding 2FA. It's one of the best ways to protect your account. And you also have some backup codes, which you can use in case you lose your phone for 2FA or you're locked out of your email. But that's a little bit more on the security side later. So you want to edit your profile a little bit more. You want to change what your profile picture looks like. So under my account, we'll click on edit user profile, and you're going to go to change avatar, or you can click right here on your profile picture or avatar. And from there, just like on mobile or on PC, you're going to have access to whatever pictures you have. I think it even allows you on mobile to use your camera if you want to take one right now. You're going to see that my profile has a banner to it, one of my personal pictures. This is a perk from Discord Nitro. You have the options to do that if you'd like. But also you can edit your About Me, which is right down here. You can type in literally whatever you want and have click save, and it'll show up in your profile. So when somebody right clicks on or long presses on your name or your icon, your face, it'll bring up a sub menu, and you can go to profile, and this right here, what I have my mouse going around is what they're going to see. So websites, links are clickable, so you can if you really wanted to, you could even put like this, and now you've got your Instagram linked right there. The reason that I showed Instagram as an example is because the next thing is connections. Connections are basically what accounts do you want other people to be able to see and to be connected to your Discord. So for me, I stopped using Spotify recently, but for me, I have my Steam profile on here. So if people want to see that, my personal Twitch, my Twitter account, my YouTube account, and you can pick from any of that are available on here. Your Xbox profile, your Twitter, your Twitch, your Reddit, any of those. And once again, these are going to be visible, and I'll show you whenever somebody right-clicks on your name and goes to profile. And this is what you're going to see. You're going to see their user info, which was my name, my website. You can add a note about someone. Hi, this person is cool. And then whenever you go back to that, be like, oh, hey, that person was cool. Or you can put, hey, a reminder, their birthday is on, January 1st or whatever. And this is per person. If you scroll down or, swipe down on your phone, you're going to see the connected accounts, which you can just click on, and it'll take you to the Twitter app or the Twitch app. So this is what a profile will look like on Discord. And if they're in the middle of doing something, which I am right now, I am streaming and sharing my screen, it will say that. You also have the option to share if you are interested or ever decide to play games and you have Discord open, you have the ability to share and show what game you're playing. And it gets even deeper where people can join if the game allows it and things of that nature. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was accessibility here. So for me, being on the colorblind side, things are going to look a little bit different. I personally use my phone or the built-in color filters for Windows. I have them off right now, but if you want to change things like the saturation, you can do that here. If it's too bright or if you're sensitive to the color, you can turn that up or down or change that up or down. You can enable or disable the blur, which I have done. Some people get headaches from it, or they just don't like how the motion blur looks. You can turn off things like animated emojis or GIFs. As soon as they come on, you can have those not play automatically, and things of that nature. You also have text-to-speech. If you would like to use that, you can have it speak faster or slower. And to do this, you would use the /TTS command, and I believe you can do so by long pressing on one as well, on a message as well. Activity status. This is basically if you, once again, want to show what game you're playing. For those that are into gaming, people will see that. My status right now will currently say that I'm sharing my screen, but if I was playing Quake Champions or Lost Ark, it would show that I was playing that game, and depending on the integration, it will show I'm in match 2 of 4 for League of Legends, or however they do those. Next, security. We're gonna go down to security. Wow, I am totally, there it is. Okay, so we discussed 2FA and backup codes and securing your account. There's a little bit more that you can do. Just like any app or social media a platform such as Twitter, Instagram, you're going to potentially have random scammers or bots that are going to try to message or, hey, everyone's won an iPhone 13. So, those obviously aren't legit. Now, Discord has some additional options that are going to allow you to stay somewhat safer. You can, if you want like total lockdown, deadbolt security, you can have every single message scanned. So what would happen is if somebody sent you a screenshot or a picture and Discord said, we don't think that is a very appropriate thing, it will block that image, or the other person that's sending it will say, this person does not allow this type of content. It won't tell you exactly what it is, but it will tell you that it won't accept that. So if somebody ever tries, I don't remember what it's at by default right now, but I believe it's keep me safe or my friends are nice. I can't remember. But if you ever get somebody that sends you a DM and it says, hey, I can't send this message or I can't send this link to you, it's more than likely going to be because this setting is on. Okay, I'm going to say this before I go to the next part. As far as safety is concerned and privacy, there are some settings and bots that are being used in the Boring Buffalo Discord that I've set up a long time back that are here to protect this server from as much spam as possible, from raids, from spammers and scammers. There is a chance that they could still either find their way into, it's highly unlikely, to the Boring Buffalo Discord, but just Discord in general. If you're in another server, as you can see, I've got quite a few servers that I'm in over here. Any of those servers, you may or may not catch a spam message here or there. So, if you want to be as safe as you possibly can, you can turn this on and you generally will not get messages from, or the Discord will scan the messages and keep you on the safe side. So that brings me to the next part, which is the privacy things here from DMs. You can, if you don't want any DMs, you can turn that off so that nobody can send you a DM. This is allow direct messages from server members. And you can turn it off and just only work with what's inside the Discord server itself, whether it's the general chat or the share your work or the announcements channel or anything of that nature. This setting right here will turn off DMs completely. Apparently, iOS has a special NSFW setting, which I didn't even know existed until I was going through my settings recently. I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. The next couple of things is who can add you as a friend. Now, if you're in a bigger server that's got 500,000 people in it or 800,000 people, like a Fortnite or Valorant server, and if you have these settings for who can add you, because people can add you as a friend on Discord, you can adjust these only people on a server that you're in, friends of friends, or everyone. So you can pick and choose how you want people to be able to friend you on Discord. And then it goes into a little bit more settings as well. Like if you have a game running, I talked about the game's status. You can turn that off and on. And then there's, of course, the how to improve your data, or how to improve Discord by sending data and things of that nature. So you can always request your data from Discord as well, and they generally get to you fairly quickly. Okay, I talked about backup codes. What happens when you open this? A little box will show up. You can copy and paste them into a secure note or whatever. You can take a picture of them with your phone, whatever you want to do. They're very good to have, just in case for some reason you get a new phone and, I can't remember how to get into my Discord. Well, I've got it. My codes are right here. My password's here or whatever. But that is one of the best ways to secure your Discord. You can also use SMS authentication. Some servers that you join might require you to have a verified email address or a verified phone number or 2FA on. So if you ever try to join a server and it says you need to do this and that, this is where you're going to find it. If for some reason Discord just isn't your thing, totally understandable. You can completely disable or delete your account as well from here. Also, so let's talk about DMs as we were discussing a little bit ago, as far as who can send them, how they work, and what they are exactly. This is going to be a somewhat short one, but DM is a direct message. So what you will see is, I'm going to scroll down to our chat, our voice channel here. I'm going to right click on Raul, and I'm going to say you click where it says message, and what's going to happen now is it's going to open up to so the DMs, and you can have, it's going to basically look like what you see here, but just to keep the privacy of some folks that might not want me to show any DMs, you're going to see a list of people that you have DMs with. And then when you click on their name, it'll open up another message, and it'll look like a single channel for each person that you're chatting with. And that's it. That's literally all it will be. And anytime you get a DM from someone, it'll show up here at the little Discord thing. Their picture is going to show up, and then there will be a 1 or a 7, depending on how many messages they send you. But that's how and where you'll find your direct messages. Once again, we talked about the security of DM scanning and who can and cannot message you. You have full control over that under your privacy and safety settings. Last couple things I had here was we were going to discuss messages and replying to messages. So anytime that you see a message, you have the ability to reply to it. So, we see this one from Corey. And when you are on PC, if you hover over a message, you're going to see a couple of options here. So you can add a reaction, and you can press on that. Now on mobile, if you just long press on any message, you're going to see, and let me just open it up to double check so that I know exactly if I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, if you just long press, you're going to have a set of options that come up, very similar to what you're going to see on PC as well. Reply, create thread, you can delete the message if it's yours, and things of that nature. But for what you can see here, the add reaction, if you want to put an emote underneath, that's where you'll find that. On PC and on mobile, you can start typing to get to them faster. So if you want to find a happy, or if you want to find a clap, whatever type of emotes it is that you want to have, or you can just kind of scroll through them. Discord Nitro allows you to use animated and to use emotes from other servers. They're called global emotes. So literally any other server that you're in, you can use. For now, for non-Nitro users, you will be limited to the ones that are available in the Boring Buffalo server. If you want to reply to somebody, you will click on the reply, and it's automatically going to show that you're going to reply to and their name. Now you have a couple of options here. You can start typing your message, and this little indicator over here that's highlighted that says on is going to ping that person. It's going to send that person a notification telling them exactly what message is being replied to, and it'll be highlighted. So anytime if you ever notice any highlighted messages, it's generally because you were pinged, whether it was your name and at everyone or a specific role. You can turn this off. Let's say you're in the middle of a conversation and there are a bunch of people or nobody else is talking and you don't want to ping the person. You can click on where it says on and turn it to off, and that person will not get a notification. It's totally up to you, whichever way you prefer to do that. Some folks leave them on all the time. Doesn't really matter if the person's there. But we all know that, sometimes we message and then we close Discord for a little bit, do whatever we got to do, and we get back to it later. Next, you can create a thread. As I was starting to mention a little earlier, if you want to keep a conversation threaded, you can start a thread. These are public; everyone can see them. And what will happen is, you can title it, and you can start putting your messages in here to see a thread. So we're gonna do just a test thread. You don't have to name it, but if you do, it'll be nice because then over on the channel list over here, people will be able to see and know exactly what it is. And you can just say, how did you do this, right? So now what happens is, and I'm going to close this test thread. What's going to happen is the person that made this thread, that made the message, which would have been me, is going to get a ping from the person that, if they have their notifications set on, they will get a message about this thread, and it will tell the entire channel right here, as you can see, that there is a thread. Now, if you look over here on the left, where the channels and categories are, you're going to see under Share Your Work is the channel. There's a thread. Let's check out what that thread has. Click on it. It's going to open up and show you who all is in the thread. So if anybody wants to type in that thread, they'll start populating in here. But as far as right now goes, it's just me. And you will type in here. And after 24 hours of inactivity in that thread, it will automatically archive. But the original message will stay. If you decide that, hey, Raul came in, Ola, he pops up on the right-hand side, and now we're the two that are involved in this. So whenever you want to go back to just the Share Your Work channel, you just click on PC or tap on your phone where Share Your Work is or whatever channel, and you will no longer be in the thread. Once again, threads are automatically archived and removed after 24 hours. The person that can remove the thread is the person that made the thread or somebody with permissions to do something like that. And that's a bit more advanced that I'm not going to get into tonight. The back inner workings of Discord can be a lot of work. So we'll maybe discuss that at some other time if anyone's ever interested in, working on their own servers or, just kind of want to know Discord a little bit more. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I was going to go through. If anybody has any questions, feel free to either type it in the general chat, or if you want to just ask me, I'll be more than happy to show you. So, yeah, let me know what you think and if you have any questions. So you're going to have the ability to change your name in a server. And to do that, you're going to right click on mobile, you'll long press on your name, or on PC, you right click and you go to edit server profile. So nickname right here, Andrew. So if I want to change it back to my general Discord name, it'll show as that, or I can go back to Andrew, and you're going to see right here, preview in this server. This is what you'll look like in this server. So you can have it as whatever you want for that. Now, if you see this little, looks like a wheel that's kind of like moving forward, that's a Discord Nitro subscription. Discord Nitro is a subscription that allows you to send larger file sizes. It increases the ability to stream at higher quality. You can use animated emotes. There's a whole list of things that you can do, including changing your number. You see mine is 2654. I can make it all zeros. You can change you can add a banner, and you can change your profile picture per server. Changing your name is completely free. You can change your name in any server. So you can have it, Andrew 1 in this server, Andrew 2 in that server, whatever you want to have it. But once again, to get to that, you're going to go on in the server that you're in, that you want to change it. Long press on mobile or right click and go to edit server profile. And at the very top of the screen, it's going to say, are you trying to change your default profile instead of your server profile? And it gives you an option to click or tap on user profile, and then it'll take you directly to your Discord wide settings. We're going to use your profile, Kristen, as an example here. So in this server, let me see here. Why isn't it show? Oh, okay. That's why. I don't need to go to the profile. I just need to click on. So there are two different ways you can check somebody's information or their public information, their profile on Discord. You can right click and go to profile on PC, or you can just left click on their name. When you left click on their name, it's going to show their profile picture, their banner, their name, their actual Discord name, like their server name, their Discord name, anything that they put in for their about me, and then their roles. You can add a note, or you can DM the person directly from here. Now, why am I bringing this up? Mentions, notifications, and roles. So these little dots and names are all roles. They're roles that you get through whatever way, if somebody like an organizer or myself gives somebody a role by adding it, or as we have here in the Boring Buffalo server, in the welcome channel, you can give yourself a role such as change your name color so that it's not the default white. Choose which weapon, choose which camera you use, events, jobs and gigs, film discussion. So any of these roles are pingable. So an @mention is going to be, and I'm going to go to this channel here. So if I see organizers, okay? So if I do, now Kristen and Raul are going to get a ping. If I do @organizers, it's going to ping Kristen and Raul. That is an @mention. When somebody mentions a role, that is what's going to come up. And when you go to tag something, if I was to do organizers again, it will tell you on the side that it's going to notify people with that role if you have the permission to do so. So I don't have the canon role, but that would have pinged anybody with the canon role. That is an @mention. So let me go to the notification settings again. That would be under only @mentions for this particular channel. Now, if I wanted to do it for the whole server for my personal self, I'm gonna go and set this to whatever it is that I personally want, whether it's all messages, the roles, which is so this is where it gets just a little bit not, I don't want to say complicated, but you just have an extra step when you're going through as the server as a whole. When you're going through the server icon like this and the notifications, this is for the entire server for you. So you'll go to notification settings and you'll have the option to suppress everyone in here, but you'll still get an @organizer or an @Kristen or an @Sony. If you turn suppress all role mentions off, you will not get an @organizer ping. You will not get an @Sony ping. You will not get an @event ping. If you turn it to nothing, you will never get any messages. You will not get a notification whatsoever. You would have to physically open up Discord, open up this channel, and see if somebody mentioned you there. And the way that you would notice is, you see how this message is kind of highlighted here versus this. That's a bad one to use. These messages do not have a highlight behind them, whereas this one does. That's because everyone will see this message highlighted because they got notified. This is a at everyone, at here, at any of those roles will be a mention, and it'll highlight the message. But once again, if you have nothing set for your notifications, you will still see the highlight, but you will not get a ping. You will not get a notification saying that somebody did so. I know it can be, I know that it's a little tricky because there are different ways that you can set it as an individual. You can, set it for the whole server or just for a particular channel, or however. But that's one of the great things about the customization, but also one of the things that's like, oh man, there's so much, and I get it. So yeah. All right. Hopefully I covered pretty much everything. I'm just going back over my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. When you're looking for pinned messages, these are going to be available per channel. So we're currently in the general channel. You're going to look at the very top on PC where you see threads, notification settings, pinned messages, and hide member list. If you click or tap on the pinned messages, this will bring up the pinned messages that are in that channel. You can go to share your work and see if there are any pins there. There are no pins, and it'll let you know. Buy, sell, trade, same thing. Any channel, any specific channel will have, maybe it will not have a pinned message. The other thing about channels is if you look at the very top of each channel on PC, you're going to see it will say the name of the channel that you're in and then a channel topic. You can click on that channel topic because sometimes you're going to see let me see if I can find one here. I don't think that we have, this is a longer one, but sometimes you're going to have longer channel topics. They're generally going to be short. And like this one for the photo contest, which you should get in on, if you click on it, it will have information about this particular channel, and this channel being a photo contest, it's going to have information for photo contest. It's going to tell you that it's a landscape theme, and then it has a clickable drive link and it says submissions go here. So that's where you're going to want to go. Now, it's a little bit different on your mobile device. I use an Android device, but it's very similar on iOS. If you go to, and we're just going to go to the same channel there, the photo contest, you're not going to see the pins at the very top of your channel, but if you drag from the side, whoops, wrong way. If you drag from the side, you're going to see the member list, but you're also going to see the pinned message or the pin at the top. Whoops, I hit settings, excuse me. You also have your settings and notifications, and then the channel topic as well. So it's very much similar on both your phone or on a PC, but that's where you're going to find that. Also, events. I don't have one up right now, but I could show you just real quick where that would be. Generally, it's going to be right above the info and stuff channel on this particular Discord. Each one might be slightly different. What they're going to be different on what they have for their channels, but the event will always be listed at the top. Now, actually, I'm going to create an event just to just for test. So we're just going to make this test, and then we're going to name it's going to be Buffalo, because we're just literally in Buffalo. So today's February 12th. I'm just going to make it for right now. This is only for test purposes. And here, so I'm going to create this event. And so now you can see what it looks like. It'll be right here at the top. It says event. If you would like to participate in that event, you're going to click or tap on it and literally click where it says, or tap where it says interested. Now, what's really cool about this is there are options to, on PC, I don't think it's available on mobile, to add to your Google Calendar. You can add it to Yahoo or Outlook, or download the calendar file. This is really neat because you have the ability to add it directly to your Google Calendar. Personally, I use Google Calendar for work and personal and professional reasons. So it's kind of nice. It'll add a reminder, if you're familiar with Google Calendar. So this is basically, it's pretty neat. So anyway, that's where the event is going to be and where you're going to want to look for that. So in the categories and channels, you're going to see that these are collapsible. If you want to shorten up how your Discord looks, because once you open all of these up, you're going to start to see on your phone that it's going to take up a lot of room. It could on PC, depending on how big or how small you have your Discord size. So you have some options on how you want these to open or close. Now, the thing that's neat is whenever a message pops up in one of those channels, what you're going to see is this will light up, where like announcements will light up. It'll be highlighted in white. It'll be bright, kind of like share your work. And that'll let you know that there is a new message available in there without having to expand your categories. So that's just another little neat little thing. So something else that you can do, which you'll see that I'm always in what looks like Do Not Disturb with the little circle and line through it. This is just your settings, whether you show as online, if you're idle, Do Not Disturb, invisible, or set a custom status. I keep mine in Do Not Disturb. I have two separate accounts for Discord, one for work and one for myself, personal. And I am in a lot of servers, and not everybody turns their notifications off by default. And I don't want to get any pings or notifications on my phone or on my PC on either account, because a lot of messages come through, such as like DMs, for instance, for work. So I leave this on Do Not Disturb. You will still get pings. You'll still get mobile push notifications. And also, as you can see here, how this is highlighted, when someone pings me, you'll still see it. And on your server icon, there will be a number highlighted. I think it's red, number 127, depending on how many messages or pings or notifications you have. So you'll still see those, but you just won't get a ping. You won't hear a ping. But totally up to you how you want to leave that. If you want to just leave it on, or Do Not Disturb, or invisible, or idle, it's totally up to you. Speaking of notifications, if you ever have a notification that you feel like you missed, or you can't find it, you lost it in one of the channels, you can always go to your inbox on Discord. It's at the top right beside the search bar. And it'll show you all your mentions right here, every single server that you're in, every channel, and you can just tap or click on jump, and it'll take you directly to that message. It'll highlight it briefly, and you'll know exactly where it was. While we're up here, you also have, in Discord, you also have a very robust search function. It's actually pretty great. It's a little bit tricky to use at first, but it actually works out quite well. If you want to find something specific, you want to see if anybody is talking about snow. So you can type in the word snow, and in this server, you're going to see that there are 94 results. And you can just literally go to any one of those. It'll tell you the day. So this was February 8th, 2022 at 8:28 in the morning. You can go to another one right here. This was in the announcements channel. So, or, you can click literally on the announcements channel, it'll take you to it. You can go to the general channel, it'll take you to that. And it's sorted by default by new. You can also go by old, so it'll be the very first one, which you can jump all the way back to from here. As always, if anybody does ever have any questions, please reach out in the Ask for Help channel, or you can message me if you prefer. If you have super specific questions or you're having any kind of trouble with anything, I'll be more than happy to help. Unfortunately, I live, eat, and breathe Discord. I work using Discord all day, so I'm pretty familiar with it. There's still a lot to learn, but I just want to be able to make it so that the Discord runs smoothly for everyone, and that folks are able to use it to their fullest. So I hope everything went well for everyone here, and that you got something out of this. As I said, if you have any questions, you want to know more about Discord, you want to know more about anything specific, feel free to reach out, whether it's to me personally or you can ask in the Ask for Help channel. Obviously, this is being recorded, and we'll have it uploaded, or if you're watching it now on YouTube, yay, hi YouTube, feel free to comment or on there, or ask questions here in the Discord. And I just want to thank everyone for being part of this, and yeah, thanks everyone.